Oh, is Marion going to get kicked in off early? It's going to stay on. Okay. Great cut break, you got to say. She's absolutely sledged that.
Yeah, normally, historically, the break's been a weaker part of Marion's game, if there is a weaker part. But it looks like it's worked well this weekend.
Yeah, I can see her compatriots in the crowd supporting her. Colette Henriksen, Annie Deon, G Champagnet. Tell you what, from the middle of the pocket, she deserved a little bit of run there. It was a fantastic pot. And red's the ball for Marion Jude. Both ladies have had to scrap and claw their way here. It has been a marathon, not a sprint. Especially Marion, who only came through her semi-final not that long ago against Barbara Taylor. Who, I think it's safe to say, took her into deep waters.
Yeah, I think Marion was a few frames up and about to come back to 5-all before Marion got over the line.
Marion, I'm almost certain, wanted to be a little higher here and deal with the two at the bottom of the table, but forced to reroute.
No, but I mean, she had a result to be on that red to actually, that was the worst one to get on, so the fact she was on that probably actually helped her.
Yeah, very possibly. Cued it in nicely as well. So 3 shots away from frame number 1.
Yeah, still not easy though. Still a couple of shots to play.
Yeah, she's such a good potter, Marion, and I mean Kirsty is as well, that sort of fancy them from these finishes. But first frame in a major final, nothing guaranteed. And it helps when you can cue as straight as Marion does, mind.
Yeah, I think she wanted to be a touch straighter. If you can pot the black from where she's looking rather than need to get to the top of the table, it's fine. Tough to see how much room there is for the black where the yellow is.
Yeah, you could see Marion line it up. I think as long as she's somewhere near the triangle line, I think she's all right.
Yeah.
Don't think she'll get too greedy here. Oh, maybe she has. Goes twice across. Oh, that's lovely.
Confident shot.
Absolutely. And in goes the 8 ball for the first frame. A very impressive start for Marion Jude, who has made hay in this second event. 7-0 win over Geraldine Champagnet in round 1. 7-0 win over Adrian Flitcroft-Hurst in round 2. 7-2 in the quarters against Casey Ace Ranford Norrie. And 7-5 against Barbara Taylor. It's worth pointing out, event 1 really didn't go Marion's way at all. That 7-0 win over G Champagnet was a little bit of revenge, wasn't it? Because G beat her in a decider in round 1.
Yeah.
And Marion went, oh, how
You're
dare you?
not doing that again.
Yeah, how dare you? 7-0, cheers, thanks for coming. See you on the flight back. It's a funny one. Marion seems to have this bit of form at the moment in the women's series, where 2 events a weekend, and generally speaking, it's sort of feast or famine. She tends to sort of not really turn up for one and then run to the final in the other.
Yeah, which would have been kind of more understandable last year when she was unseeded, and it's natural to get a couple of rough draws. And obviously, there's no good draws in this, but being seeded now, you would think she's less likely to lose.
Yeah, it's not like she had to play Colette first round, for example, like yourself. Or indeed, like Kirsty-Lee Davies in the first event. Kirsty got beat 7-1 in round 1 of event 3 here this weekend, and has sort of responded in a really, really impressive way. Got a bye in round 1, which didn't, that helped, but 7-3 over Sarah Waite, 7-0 over Lindsay Schultz, 7-2 over Megan Proctor, after being 2-0 down as well in that semi-final.
Enough from Kirsty, but these have gone awkward. Not nice at all. Looks like Marion's going to try and split the reds open first shot.
Yeah, if reds come open here, I don't think they're a bad colour set necessarily. And she has the one to right centre, which is a nice big pocket as well. Might even be able to bump the one on the rail out.
Yeah, Yeah, I think you can drop on the one on the rail. If the one kind of closest to the right of the blue spot next to the yellow goes in both top pockets, you've got a chance.
No, not there though. Do you think we'll see a sort of a different Marion, if you like, on the main arena table under the sort of the match clock and the shot clock versus the one that plays on the outer arena?
No. Not, to
simple,
be honest,
simple
no.
question, simple answer.
I don't think Marion. I think Marion has. I think there are a few players very good players in our ranks that are actually benefited by being in a match clock and that they don't have time to overthink. But I don't think Marion's one of those. I think she keeps a quite natural pace most of the time. And honestly, she's very used to being out there now, even though we only play the final out in the arena. She's been there plenty of times, so I think she sticks to quite a natural pace most of the time.
Yeah, that was a rare missed pot from Kirsty-Lee Davies, who will be keen to get her first frame on the board sooner rather than later, just to help her settle.
Yeah, I don't know who. Obviously, Marion's not long finished, but Kirsty's been sort of sat around waiting for a while. I know not sure which ones. You kind of want a medium of that. You want a bit of a break rather than going straight back on. But Kirsty's been sat around quite a while, which also is not always ideal.
Yeah, she beat Megan Proctor earlier on 7-2, and yeah, that was a good couple of hours ago now.
Yeah, it can make it tough.
It's a good pot, that, from Marion, but her next one's hard.
Yeah, you can just concentrate on the pot, though. If you flick into the yellow, you should have a next shot if you don't fancy doing much with the white.
It's an excellent shot. Should we hoping that red still goes bottom right?
Yeah, I think it may also go top left. She could screw onto it now.
You'd imagine that red, the bottom left, will be her 8 ball essentially, just because of where it's located.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tells us whether it goes top left.
That's horrible, though.
Yeah.
It would have been nice, just a little bit harder nudge the yellow in.
Yeah, wouldn't it just? So reroutes. A little bit of a two-way shot, that, I think. It was a slightly easier bit of cueing, but also I think she's thinking if I hang the red, it can make Kirsty's life a little bit difficult. But in reality, this is a great opportunity for Kirsty-Lee Davies, and he's probably have to go, really. That was the only ball that could really go wrong for Kirsty. And she's played a lovely shot there. I think she'll go top left here.
Yeah. Sort of guarantees not landing on a funny angle for your last ball.
Just naturally floats up the table. It's a lovely visit, this from Kirsty. It should settle her into this game. And there we have it, 1-1. And this final can properly get started. There's not many players that I'd sort of... I think we've seen an awful lot of women's pro finals sort of not be decided, but the match clock has had an influence.
Yeah, absolutely.
With these two, probably two of not many who probably can say, I reckon we can get all 15 frames done in here.
Yeah, I think it's become more common as we've got more used to the setup. But certainly in the early days it was difficult. You saw a lot of tough matches out there because of you just weren't used to it.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of mitigating circumstances with that, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Marion really popping that cut break, isn't she?
Yeah, but dry, I think, on this occasion.
Kirsty's first final, I think, of the year on the Pro Series. Obviously, we had the British Open final, which she was a part of. Wasn't a pro event, but was a Women's Open event.
Yeah.
Went to the final against Mary Talbot.
Luke from Kirsty there, I think.
Yeah, and it's worked out okay. I don't know, you know, I think she might have played that. Just watching that again, I'm not convinced Kirsty didn't play
correct,
that.
Yeah, he wasn't fully watching properly. But that one's got away. Third chance for Marion.
Just about okay here. This is a fiddly one though, got to get your line right.
Yeah, overhit that one a little bit. So it's come a little bit awkward. Choosing to play safe. I'm not sure about that shot because it looks like she's left quite an easy safety shot for Kirsty here to bump the red one out over the middle.
Yeah, that's the exact shot she's looked to play.
Yeah.
It's not really a safe place on the table now for Marion. If she can see an edge of the yellow that's closest to the blue spot, does it cut back?
No.
Oh, she could see it all the way. She
Tried to
plays
play
the...
this turn, but it was horrible, and I think it was the shot before that kind of let her down.
Yeah, I think so. Good chance then for Kirsty-Lee Davies.
little bit surprised she played the plant there and just didn't just back herself to pot the long ball and then there were kind of drop-ins.
Yeah, it makes itself quite a nice little pattern here. It's come out about as nice as it could really for Kirsty. This one's the natural one. Whoa, that's a bad cue ball. Potted it a little bit on the thin side of the pocket, and that's just made the cue ball travel that extra foot. If she's straight in or slightly less on this red, the position on the 8 ball is bread and butter. This is
very difficult to get good on the 8 now. Yeah.
Unless, does she go down to the bottom right? No, she is cutting it.
I think she'll try and come 2-3 cushions.
Great part.
She's just rolled it in.
Yeah, accepts distance.
Hit that bit firmer.
Yeah, it's a lovely pot, but goodness me, this is a tough ask on the 8 ball here.
I think she'll get this.
Cueing off the rail as well. Oh, shot. Didn't stay down on it. As soon as she played that, she walked off knowing it was good.
Yeah.
She's some player, is Kirsty-Lee Davies. Looks really focused in this one. As I mentioned, didn't have the best of Pro Series outings in Wigan, but she's returned with a bang here in Bolton. This is the Team Series final. Team Rutter versus Team Wilson, 4 each.
Is it best of 9, the team event?
I believe so. This is the decider, yeah.
Great chance on reds as well. Playing back end in a team event though is absolutely horrible.
That's a fabulous break from Kirsty. That's the break she wants. Reds are lovely apart from 1.
Yeah, but it looks like there may be a gap to get on it.
Yeah, I think it goes like left centre would be lovely, but just connecting it's difficult.
I think there's room there in the corner when you see that last camera angle.
Oh, down to bottom right, you mean?
Yeah. I think it goes.
In which case, she's in business.
Yeah, you do a little bit careful to make sure how you get on the 8.
Yeah, for me, I'd spend a minute behind that, judging that, but Kirsty-Lee Davies will fly that in, no worries. Let's play it. Oh, just lost track of the shot clock there, did Kirsty.
Yeah.
And she's not the sort of player who, you know, she's not a Sean Chipperfield who you can just point and click almost. She does need that pre-shot routine.
Yeah, I think Kirsty has the routine, but what you'll see with Kirsty, and similar to a lot of the top men, is that she'll take a lot of time on the first visit to plan the route, and then she'll be away.
Yeah, that was. I think referee Orich Tesco, very experienced out there in the main arena, is Orich. I don't think he's 100% sure. He's popped out to head into the production studio to have a listen to this one. It's a big call coming up. Oh yeah, because in fact both referees came into the booth. It was that close a call. Both Rich Rhodes and Orich Tesco, two of our most experienced officials, came into the booth to have a listen to that, and they've both agreed that it was too close to call. Kirsty missed the shot, so she's not going to get the next one, but she's not going to foul, which could be key.
Yeah.
Cue ball in hand would make a massive difference on yellows. That was close though, like really close.
Yeah. It's still open table, so I'm surprised that Marion's gone yellows here.
Yeah, of course. That's a really good point, yeah.
But maybe the red near the 8 is tougher than it looks, and the 8's a bit tough to get on, so yellows are there, but yeah, a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's a possibility that Marion's done the same thing that I did and just forgot that it was open table, but I can't imagine that's the case.
No, I don't see it. I think she looked at reds and didn't quite work out what to do with the last one. I thought, well, I'll take yellows out then. Try to.
That's a lovely shot.
Yeah.
Would have loved it to sit just a couple of inches shy of where it landed, mind.
Yeah. Still should be okay.
And plays it beautifully.
We'll have a positional shot to play after this next one.
Always love watching Marion play, but it's on shots like that where you can really just appreciate how good a cueist she is. It's like a tripod out there. Just does not. Everything is just in straight lines. It's almost robotic.
Yeah. Yeah, she's very good to watch.
Wants that to keep going. Lovely. It's a great shot.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Brilliant shot,
plumb
yeah.
perfect. Red played big there, the route she went.
Yeah. But she knew she'd hit it good as soon as she hit it. She didn't look worried for a second.
Yeah, I remember well the first time I ever watched her play, and I'm watching an alien.
Morocco?
Yeah, it was Morocco, yeah, her world title.
Yeah.
And to people from France, it wasn't a surprise. Obviously, she won the black ball the year before in Albi, I think it was. But
Yeah.
the first time I'd really ever heard of her was in Morocco, and she played well in the French team, but you just sort of she didn't stand out because it's hard to in a team event. But in the World Championships, in the semi and in the final, you just watched her and went, wow, it was so impressive. Both these players have been world champions. Kirsty-Lee, I think twice, if memory serves. Not 100% sure.
I think she's won one in World Rules. I don't know about black ball. Definitely at least one. It might be more. She was the youngest ever black ball world champion.
There we go.
It was quite funny when Marion won the Worlds, because obviously she looks a little bit young. Marion's sort of early to mid-20s now, but when Marion first won the Worlds, the Black Ball Worlds, Kirsty's quite rightly very proud of the fact that she was the youngest ever world champion. And she commented on a stream when Marion was playing in the semis or something, saying, how old is this girl? And Sabria's Brunei's clocked on straight away, she's 15. And she wasn't, obviously she was about 22, but yeah, Marion won the Black Ball World Championships and then the World Rules, the International Rules back to back, which is quite some achievement. I think she was 23 at the time.
Yeah, ridiculous achievement.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was And then I think the first Ultimate Pool event was the last woman standing, and she rolled into that and won that as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
It's okay. It's okay. You've won plenty of matches against her too. But I think it's a great route she's taken out here. By the way, love this shot. But
she sees the game very well.
She sees the game brilliantly, and obviously Q's a great ball. But it's easy to sort of. It's such a hard game to consistently win in. It's almost, you know, the likes of Marion, of Kirsty, of yourself, players like that. You sort of, you know, from my perspective, you see them get beaten. You're like, how on earth does that happen? But that's just the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easy to expect too much, but what Marion does do quite often is raise her game for the big occasions. Tends to play very well when the light shines the brightest. And so far, she's played beautifully.
Yeah. Her composure is phenomenal, so.
Yeah, amazing temperament.
Yeah. This has gone slightly wrong, but she still has a chance.
Oh, caught the knuckle.
Oh, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, and that was the one part of the table she needed to avoid, and it was difficult to do so because she was always going to be close to it. And now she's got a real shot to find. Back out of it yet, though. I think this is still on. Oh, cue ball's in off. Oh, that's so difficult, you know. She's played such a good pot.
Just all about the 8-ball now. If it slides in that middle easily, then these are gone. If it doesn't, then Kirsty will have a shot to play.
Well, I think it must do, just for the simple fact that Marion seemed pretty confident of just taking the reds on. This is how the cue ball went in off. I mean, it's a little unlucky catching 2 yellows.
I think Kirsty might have just... Okay, she potted it clean, so maybe it does go. Looks tight from here though, doesn't it? It's gonna fly in, isn't it? It looks stupid, but
Yeah, I mean,
tight.
I wouldn't say it flies in, but it definitely goes.
Yeah, okay.
If it doesn't go, we're about to look very silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little delicate one, but in it goes. Lovely visits to the table from Kirsty. And we continue to go back and forth. This will be played to such a level that mistakes are magnified. You can't afford to make too many. As we take a look at the seniors final, this is Daryl Fallows taking on Andy Blurton. First ever Ultimate Pool Seniors final, at the Pro Series at least. And he's gone 1-0 up. Daryl at the table looking to level it. If you do want to watch that, you certainly can do. Table 2 on the Ultimate Pool app will look after you there. Fabulous break again from Kirsty. It's been pretty reliable after her first one. Went straight into the centre pocket. It's been very good ever since.
Looking at yellows here, just one positional shot to play to get on the one that's guarded by the reds. Stepping a little bit straight there to try and force it out.
Final of the team series is over, by the way, won by Team Wilson. So big congratulations to Reece Wilson, Ryan Burdett and James Erringham Bruce, the first ever Ultimate Pool Team Series champions. She really does pot a good ball, this Kirsty, doesn't she?
Yeah,
it makes it look so effortless.
Her long potting is exceptional. That wouldn't have been part of the plan, though.
Extension called.
When Marion's pointing the cue here, I think she's going to look for the lost turn.
Yeah, it looks like a good place to do it, doesn't it?
Yeah. You'd have been calling me too aggressive there, Jomo, because I'd have been rolling through and then trying to get the one on the rail out off the one over the bag.
Love aggressive players. Oh, well, you got to make it, and you got to hide the cue ball as well. That's a poor one from Marion, you got to say.
Yeah, that's why you should have gone for it.
Three of her French international teammates there. Anaïs Dayon beating the Challenger final. Colette Henriksen, last night's winner in the pros. And Gilles Champagnet, who's played Marion twice this weekend. Yeah. Beat her once, lost 7-0 in the other, for having the temerity to beat her in a decider in event 1.
Yeah, from what I hear, the French team will be somewhat special at the Worlds this year. Not just Colette, Marion and Geraldine, but Sabria as well.
Wow.
All three in the same team.
Yeah, fabulous women's team.
Yeah.
Kirsty-Lee Davies polishes those off, and even with still well over 20 minutes left, feels like a bit of a turning point in the match. Not seen Kirsty look this focused in a long time. There's still action ongoing. And that is the YouTube stream right there, and that is the Challenger Series, I believe, Tier 2 final, which is still on, which means the more Challenger Tier 1 lads have got a long old wait. Yeah, let's just have a quick check of that, because if that's still Tier 2, goodness me. Yeah, it is. Jordan Graham and Christian Jowett are in the weeds. It's 5-6. Tommy Donlan and Charlie Ripp going after. Oh, all the best, lads.
Yeah, great cut break from Marion, by the way.
Yeah, that's tremendous. She's hitting that really well.
Yeah. Needs to get these, I think. Controlled that really well.
Yeah, through the gate nicely. Couple of options for the 8 ball, really, just in terms of which ball she uses to get on it, but
I think you just leave the one up the rail last, and then you've got to do nothing with the white ball, just drop it in any angle, and the black sat there in the middle. She'd like to have been maybe a little bit straight on this, but it's fine.
yeah, I just wonder, you know, with that ball being sort of on an island up there, like you could use this ball to get on the 8, for example, really nicely, whether you just sort of got rid of that ball early.
I think
but she's played a good shot there to land on it nice.
Yeah, I think leaving the one up the rail till last means you don't have to do anything with the cue ball. You haven't got a positional shot to play. Slightly more angle than this than she wants, but it should be fine.
What I've always respected about Marion is her commitment to using every single last crumb of that tam chalk. Really gets her money's worth, doesn't she?
Well, it's not cheap stuff, you know.
I know, I respect. That's what I say. I respect it. Lovely shot. And we go back to 4-3. Marion Jude breaks and runs frame 7. Super. Good response to a poor shot in the last. Got to ask you, champs, obviously I've spoken to you a fair bit this weekend, sort of, you know, just round the venue, but in terms of for the folks at home, what have you made to this this venue and the setup and the general merriment?
It's rubbish. So obviously going to the US is a bit different because you're in bars and stuff, but for me this is the best venue we've played in. A balance of everything. I think it's great that everyone's all in basically the same room. I think it's set up really well. Yeah, I think this is what I would like every event to look like, other than the losing part. But in terms of the setup, this is what I would like every event to look like.
It's been nice to have a dedicated stream table for the girls as well. You've almost sort of made that your own little nest in that corner.
Yeah, I think there was some. Yesterday was a tough day, I think, out there because the first match went on for a long time, so it kind of became roll on, roll off. But yeah, it's good to have that dedicated table, certainly.
So Kirsty with the chance to go back to 2 ahead.
Yeah, it's a good chance on reds too. Slightly under hit that one there. Should still be fine.
Oh, it helps that this one passes.
Yeah.
Back in plumb position, which does mean she'll have to play a transition shot. We've got a bit of margin, really. She just wants to come back to here after these next 2 shots, essentially.
Yeah, again, you do just have to make sure you've got a plan for the 8 ball and know a couple of shots before where you're going. Just a little bit guarded.
Would you rather get the one to the bottom right out the way, or do you like that for your 8 ball?
Oh, I think I like it for the 8 ball. You won't have to do much with it, and you're guaranteed a shot on the 8.
A hair short here, but I think she can stun this on and off the cushion and just hit the gap.
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah, lovely from Kirsty.
Yeah, perfect.
Kirsty-Lee Davies continuing her fine form. She's not done much wrong in this final. It's been a really high level. Starting to get towards the back end of this match clock. 15 minutes and 50 seconds left. 5-3. Marion just sort of continues to have to chase.
Didn't hit that one quite as well, but still made a ball. Trickier finish than the last couple.
Yeah, it definitely is. Both balls have their problems. I think you have to go reds just with the yellow at the top of the table. It's on a bit of an island, really.
Yeah, and the only thing I would say is the red she's taking now, you could have played the double on the difficult yellow if you wanted to go yellows, and it's a bit of a big bag.
It's not the greatest shot Marion's ever played. She may have to... If she can still see the thin edge of the yellow top right, she might be able to play it. Or what's she looking at?
I think she's looking at cutting the one down the rail.
Oh, she can get to that edge. Okay,
Yeah.
that changes things. No, that's not going to drop.
That was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I should say. She's not. It's better to miss early though. She's not done a load of damage.
Yeah.
Yellows are still really tricky from here. And do you think there was an element in her leaving that red top right as a bit of insurance?
Possibly, but I think insurance in terms of whether if she needs it to go up rather than thinking it's covering too much, because
That's a fabulous shot,
Yeah.
Kirsty.
this skill shot was also on if you really wanted to play it also, so.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, that from Kirsty. Went after it early. That was Cousins-esque, really.
I knew you were going to say that.
Listen to me too much, champs, that's why. She can also use the yellow directly below the one I think she's about to take to open up that bottom left corner pocket as well. Oh, cannons into it. Oh, that's so tough. Oh. I mean, super aggressive option, and sort of you are trusting a little bit to luck, but goodness me, to going off from that is really difficult.
I mean, J-Mo, if that was me, you'd have said, well, Champs has been too aggressive there. She got everything she deserved going in off. You're nicer to everybody else.
Well, that's because I like them.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
But, I mean, there was aggressive option. I don't think it was too aggressive. I just think that's crazy unlucky. I would have been nice to you about that shot. I don't think that's a bad shot.
I believe you. It is unlucky, but I think there were other options also. But
yeah, I quite like taking the yellow that she ended up playing, but obviously not smashing living daylights out of it and leaving the one down to the bottom left to open up the bag itself. I'm not 100% sure if that shot was on with where the red was.
I think you could have topped through sort of toward below the pocket to leave a choice or two.
Right down to the bottom right.
Yeah.
All with buts and maybes, of course.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I think Marion played up for the one in the middle there and came up short, so she needs a bit of a recovery shot now. She's controlled that so well.
Yeah, never easy when they're sort of deep in the pocket like that to judge, but she's played a belter. Yeah, that's okay. All in her eye line. This for 5-4 as we head towards the 15-second shot clock. Important for Marion, I think, that she keeps touch heading into this section of the match, because stuff can happen and frames can change very, very quickly. Oh, I'm surprised to see her cut it. Really surprised to see her cut it.
I'd have played the cut. It was easy enough. Yeah, surprised.
She's overcut that by a long way.
Yeah.
Oh, what a chance for Kirsty-Lee. Go 2 away. And conversely to what we just said about Marion, I think going into the 15 seconds, probably quite big for Kirsty that she does have a big lead. She's not a huge fan of the quick shot clock.
Well, who is?
True, but there's true haters, and then there's players who sort of are a little bit quicker than others. I think Kirsty's a true hater.
Yeah, same.
I'd have actually said you were one of the better ones on 15.
Doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah, that is not the greatest shot Kirsty-Lee Davies has ever played.
No, they're both starting to feel it a little bit, aren't they?
Possibly, yeah, I think so. She's a little lucky she's still on this yellow.
Yeah.
Could have easily gone in off, but could have easily been jawed as well.
The way she reacted, I think she thought she was going to go in off.
Well, taking this one first. Oh, well. Yeah. Getting a little edgy, perhaps. Kirsty looks absolutely disgusted with herself.
Yeah, she will be. She'd have known how much it would hurt Marion if she could have punished that mistake.
Yeah, cue ball is fine. 5-4 then, 9 minutes and 14 seconds to play. Here's Andy Blurton, 3-1 up on Daryl Fallows in the Ultimate Pool Senior Series final. That's a pretty good shot from Andy, but he's got to play a hell of a combo coming up. Kirsty-Lee Davies breaks off and hit that with feeling. And this is a nice layout as well at first glance, but we are now very much in the 15-second shot clock zone. This final is going to be decided in the next 10 minutes, one way or the other. And we saw yesterday how much the 15-second shot clock can have a say and how dramatic it can get.
Yeah.
Barbara Taylor missing out on a 6-red shootout with a missed double as the buzzer sounded on the 8 ball, which would have tied the game. Neither of these ladies will want a 6-red shootout right now.
I think Kirsty wants to come back a little bit further there, because I don't think the red goes past the black. I think she was trying to get back to the angle to kick it out. Come up a little bit straight. Maybe she can force it, I think. Yeah. It's a shot.
Look at the spin on that cue watch, still going. Still. Look at that. That's insane. That's about 10 seconds it felt like there.
That's what some of the lads were trying to perfect for running the clock down, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Great shot from Kirsty-Lee Davies. That's missed though, that's a wide. Oh, now then.
I think that shot is harder because of the red where it was, because you think it's a big bag but it's not quite. And it is amazing how often you hit that in between the gap of where you hit the red and it goes in and it goes in clean.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, shaves the red, hits the jaw.
Yeah.
If she hits the red, she makes it. If she actually pots the ball, she makes it.
I think it's tougher than having the not red there altogether, because that wasn't a proper sentence. But you know
I
what
understood
mean.
what you meant. It's been a long weekend, Chance. It really has. You get some slack there, don't worry.
Oh, thanks, mate.
These are an absolute gift for Marion.
Yeah.
Little surprised she's playing the plant, but
No, I think the plant's pretty easy, and you can't not be on the one bottom right if it does drop onto the rail. Yeah, that's fine. So it's just about how she wants to deal with the 1 by the 8. Whether she wants to just back herself to pot it long, or whether she'll try and get on it a bit better.
I think middle would be the...
Yeah.
I think middle's nice. Issue is just where that yellow's come away from the rail. If it was middle of the pocket, you've got a bit of room to manoeuvre the cue ball around to land nice on the 8 ball. You may have to play a shot on this.
I think it's fine. If you get back to the middle of the table, you're fine.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, it'd be easier if it was over the bag, but I think she'll deal with this pretty comfortably. Yeah, no drama.
Yeah, no drama at all. I think the Challenger Series Tier 2 final, by the sounds of it, has just ended. 6-6 it was. Here comes Marion Jude in her final, levelling the scores with 5-all. 5 minutes and 51 seconds to go. And yet the cues are going away over on the YouTube stream. I'm not 100% sure who's won. In fact, I can tell you that will be Christian Jowett, which is tremendous because that means he's done the double in Tier 2. So a huge, huge congratulations to Christian Jowett. He won the event yesterday. He's done the double in Tier 2. That's a phenomenal weekend. Difficult to really emphasise how impressive that is.
Yeah.
I always say the Challenger Series is an absolute shark tank. You could drop a top pro into the Challenger Series and you'd be unlikely to win 2 in a weekend.
Absolutely.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. 5 minutes 44, tick, tick, tick. Kirsty-Lee Davies gets first poke to take the lead at 5-all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll go reds here. It's just about how much room there is to play the one bottom right. Moved herself a bit bridging here, so slightly awkward.
Yeah, helps she doesn't have to do loads with the cue ball here.
Yeah. But did it
does
anyway.
so anyway, yeah.
But that's not worked. I think
Yeah.
she's on the one bottom left.
Yeah, but the cue ball is fleeing around the table off it.
Yeah, well, I think I did just drop that in, but as we say all the time, 15 seconds, it's no good for clarity of mind.
No, absolutely not. Just played a great shot there. Good recovery.
Yeah.
And if this red goes left centre, it's lovely, really. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, play what you see time on the 15-second shot clock.
Yeah.
No need to get too clever. Oh, don't hang that. Oh, now then. Now then, that wasn't in the script. For me, if you're Marion, you've got to look to play lots of turn here. Yellow,
Yeah.
bottom right. Take that red off the table. Hide the bag, hide the white, and you're in a little bit of business.
Where are you hiding the white, Jamie?
I'm the ideas man. All right.
Not the solutions.
No. If she was super aggressive there, she might have been able to fly into it, but that would have been super aggressive.
Okay, I think she'll try and screw up the table, but she'll have half an eye on putting them both here, not just a straight out lost turn.
There you go. See, yes, I'm just the ideas man.
Yeah.
Well, you
that
did
was
mention
on-
she was a great
yeah.
black ball player, but that's
Correct, yeah.
that's a heck of a combo.
I mean, I think Marion would have expected to make that because she had the comfort that she was screwing the white up the table as well.
Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Got to get a move on here. And she has. A little bit short there, but that can happen when you're rushed.
Yeah, she's still okay. Oh, wow. Got into that far too much.
Yeah, stuff can happen on this shot clock. Nothing is easy. 2 minutes and 49 left. That clock has shrunk dramatically in this frame. Draws the double. And Kirsty-Lee Davies is plumb perfect to take the lead with the break to come. Marion Jude had such a great opportunity there. Ooh, just.
Not going to have the easiest 8 ball. It looks very straight. Can she get the white out?
Yeah, this will show us how confident she's feeling. Yeah, that's a good answer. He's got the cue ball so far out. This is a serious 8 ball to make now. All right. Calls her extension. That's wise. Big shot. That's missed. Oh, okay. Fun and games. Go on then, champs. Are you playing safe or are you playing the double?
So what safety? No, you have to play the double here. Or the treble if it's a big bag past the black.
Has she got a little bit of run? No. And Kirsty-Lee Davies will go ahead with less than 80 seconds remaining. It will do her well to pot this late on this shot clock. In goes the 8, 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining, and Marion Jude is on the brink. She must clear the table in 1 minute and 5 seconds, or that woman right there is a Pro Series champion once more.
Kirsty's break as well, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Marion's temperament is absolutely exceptional. She's a difficult player to read, but
She'll be fuming.
she looks pretty upset there to me
she'll
with
be
herself.
fuming.
All came off the yellow to left centre, didn't it? Where just got too much into it.
Yeah.
Made her life so much more difficult. And I'm sure Marion will think it might have even been the shot before where she should have been better on that yellow.
Yeah.
Avoid that shot altogether. Kirsty-Lee Davies, if she makes a ball here, is as good as champion. but it's dry. Marion Jude, you've got a minute. You've got a minute.
Is that Kirsty's first dry break as well?
Maybe. She went in off early.
Yeah.
But dry break, it may well be. These reds are okay as well. If the 8 ball goes, then it's on. It definitely goes now. It definitely goes now. We almost saw a brilliant buzzer beater from Barbara Taylor yesterday to take us to a 6 red shootout. Can we see another one? Does that red go right centre?
Yes.
This is pretty on for Marion Jude.
Needs to get a move on.
20 seconds, gotta go. "12 seconds, out of time to chalk, Marion."
Lost the clock here.
Yeah, the 10 seconds come too soon and she concedes. Marion Jude just runs out of time. And the Ultimate Pool Women's Pro Series champion once again is Kirsty-Lee Davies. What a fabulous final. Kirsty-Lee looks so relieved for that match to be over, and she'll be even more pleased, I don't doubt, to take home that trophy. Fabulous performance from Kirsty and indeed from Marion, and we'll present the trophy in just a moment. Hello everyone and welcome back into the main arena where it's time for our presentation of the Women's Pro Series final. An absolutely brilliant game between two of the finest players anywhere in the world. They served us up a great match. Let's hear it first for the runner-up though. She is Marion Jude. Marion, well played. That was always going to go down to the wire. It felt like we could see it coming from a long way off, but what was that match like to be a part of from your perspective?
Yeah, I know it was about to be a tough match anyway against Kirsty, obviously. Fair play to her. She made a better match than me. I missed this, not the last frame, but obviously the one before, like, big mistake. But yeah, you know, in 15 seconds, that's hard to think. So I think I played the wrong shot because of the clock. So yeah, it's just a bit disappointed because of this. But yeah, otherwise, like, good tournament. So even if I prefer to win, like, quite happy with the result.
Yeah, another great tournament for you. First 2 weekends, a title and a final. It shows you're still playing very, very well.
Yes, that's a bit better than last year. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the start of the season. I think I can get better results, but well, we'll see next weekend.
Wish you the very best of luck. Congratulations on a great final and tournament, Marion. Well played. Marion Jude, everybody. And let's hear from our winner, champion once again. She is Kirsty-Lee Davies. Kirsty, well played. You just looked relieved at the end of that one. It looked like the last 5 minutes took a lot out of both of you, probably a few years off you as well by the look of things. How pleased are you just to get the win over the line?
To be fair, I'm probably glad it was on a shot clock or a timer. I think Marion held her nerve. She always gives me a good game. It's always really tough. Give her a good few chances to get back into the game, 5-all, and then pool gods were on my side in that one.
You must be pleased though with how well you played generally in the match, especially towards the start. Knocked in some great finishes and showed us why you are where you are in the Pro Series.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm at my best at the minute, but I managed to do enough today.
Absolutely, and you are back at the top of the mountain. I know you weren't in a final in the first weekend, which I know will have annoyed you a little bit, but here you are back again, champion, and you're here to compete for that #1 spot.
Yeah, look, I just want to play well, win or lose. As long as I'm happy with my game, I don't mind the outcome.
Well, you've got a great outcome this weekend. Congratulations on another trophy. We're going to get you the trophy itself. Bring in Ultimate Pool Managing Director Jordan Shavush to make the presentation. Your Pro Series champion is Kirsty-Lee Davies. A huge, huge congratulations to Kirsty. What a performance in the final from her and indeed from Marion. Two wonderful champions who I don't doubt we'll see have plenty of great battles over the years to come. That is our show here on the Ultimate Pool main arena table. There is still action going on here in the Bolton Wanderers Stadium. The seniors final is still very much live, and the Challenger Series Tier 1 only went on a few minutes ago. So there's still some matches to watch. Table 3 on the Ultimate Pool app, and indeed over on YouTube right now with the Challenger Series Tier 1. From the main table though, and from me this weekend, just want to thank all of our brilliant production crew and all the team here at Ultimate Pool for bringing you the show this weekend. It's been a pleasure to have your company, and we hope to see you again next time we're here in Bolton. In the meantime, a very good evening from everyone.